Devon Larratt versus Levan Saginashvili, the rivalry that defines an era. But what does Devon really think of the man who has beaten him? Many people wonder what goes through Devon Larratt's mind when he thinks of his greatest rival. Far from arrogance, Devon becomes surprisingly candid and reveals the immense respect he has for the man he considers the greatest of all time.
Make no mistake what I think of Levan. I think he's the best. I think Levan is the best to ever arm wrestle. That's what I think. He's the best I've even heard of. And everything I hear makes me think Levan would beat all them too. Okay. I think Levan is super special. It's inspiring, you know. It's very inspiring to have a guy like that in the sport and to just think about chasing him and just, you know, what it means and what impact someone like that can have on your life if you actually try to beat him.
But that respect wasn't born in a vacuum. It was born from pain. Devon bluntly describes the brutal physical punishment his body suffered in their two confrontations, something that goes beyond a merely sore arm.
The first time I faced him, he tore my bicep. The second time I faced him, okay, there was a couple things. I think he seriously broke my back. I know that sounds so funny in the sport of arm wrestling to have your back broken, but I'm telling you, I couldn't walk properly for like a couple months afterwards. And I hit that spin so hard. And so I felt like I was so committed. It might not look like it because he's ripping through me, but I felt like I committed so hard. And the spin right through my back, right? Because my whole spine is spinning. And I feel like it went right down to the base of my spine where my hips connect. And I feel like he ripped that. So, ripped me right in half almost, okay?
And in the middle of that storm, there was a moment that still haunts Larratt. The famous round where he wasn't pinned but received a foul for his king's move. Devon reflects on what would have happened if the rules had been different.
You know, I wish I could have that round back. But, you know, in that round, you know, the arm wasn't pinned. I broke the rules. I did king's move foul. Okay, so and I became very vocal afterwards, you know, saying, you know, we should change the rules. World title match, just break my arm. It's fine. Like, it's a world title. Let the arm break. You know, don't foul me out. It wouldn't have mattered. You know, I think Levan still would have won that day, regardless of whatever rule set or whatever. I pushed a little bit. And I think that there's a concern that I do that again, because I'm well aware of the fact that beating Levan is extremely difficult. Would my chances increase? Could I change the rules? Yeah. Would I try to change the rules? Yes. Would the league and the athletes freak out and probably not let me do it? Probably. Would it be a more entertaining match? Definitely.
In the end, it all comes down to one thing: the chase. Devon Larratt has structured his life around a goal he himself calls a mission impossible: beating Levan. It's a fight against a giant, but it's the fight that defines him.
To face him, to fight him is incredibly motivational. I structured my life for the long-term vision of beating Levan. And quite honestly, I don't know if I can do it, really. Like, it's like a mission impossible almost, you know, to chase something, knowing that the likelihood is you will never do it. It's quite interesting. Nobody is the favorite against Levan. Nobody is. But we continue to chase, continue to fight. I'm stronger. There's no question I'm stronger. And I'd be as big as I could be, which now I'm figuring out this stuff more and more as I age. So I'd probably be in the low 300s. Whoever I face in March, better be ready, because I will be training for arm wrestling like I do now. 4 days of arm wrestling, 3 days of rehab, and I'll be big, and I'll be very, very good. Big enough to beat Levan. Nobody's a favorite. Nobody. Would I be willing to fight him? Of course. Of course. I can fight that guy until until he probably kills me.